Alrighty, here I am. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you guys are doing great today, because I'm doing pretty good myself. And by the music, you can kind of tell, not the typical Friday. If you were here with us last Friday, you would have seen me actually beat Factorio. And it was a fun little game, but we're done with that one. So I think what we're going to do is from now on, or at least for the foreseeable future, we're just going to try to focus on one game and just kind of play that one, dog it, play it until it's done, and then we'll move on to our next one. So we've also been playing Software Inc. So that's been kind of fun. So we're going to try to continue through that until we get this one done. I think they said they actually have stuff up to 2030 with some of the new hardware and stuff like that. So probably what we're going to end. We're going to get into probably the year 2000 today. I don't plan on doing too much building because if you were here with us on Wednesday, you can saw how much building I did there. I have thought, let me go ahead and pop into the game here because I've already got it loaded up and everything. I did think about actually moving all of our teams into one building because our original building was actually rather small and kind of misshapen into things like that, but I don't know. I think we're okay with that for now, but yeah, I think we'll try to keep the building to a little less than what we did last time, which is almost an hour, on our new office building over here. This behemoth. It's only, well, technically 3 stories, but, you know, fair enough. So if you remember from Wednesday, so last time, it was only Wednesday, we did actually get some automation going here. We have pretty much all of our main products on auto-release now, hopefully. We have one finally actually got done, February 2000, so they are going to try to get Guard Dog released. Hopefully it's not too bad. Cyberpunk 2020 actually is hopefully coming out here soon. We actually have it releasing next month, so we have a couple months, we have about a month to fix all the bugs and everything. I think it's going to work out really well. I don't know if you know if we can even do a press build right now. Because we had to delay the game from October, I think it was, or August to December. So, was not ideal, but we had to do that because it was nowhere near ready when we are in our original timeline. So, I think we'll be okay. So, one thing I did think about doing, today, and I think I will do this. Thinking about actually combining these 2 rooms and combining these 2 teams, so making one big development team. While I think that's going to work well, hopefully, I can honestly say I have no idea. So, is there a way? Well, I guess what I can do is just say, employees, Martha, unfortunately, you are no longer going to be the leader. You were going to change your roles, get rid of a leader, and pretty much everybody here is going to change teams to Dev 1. We're going to hit OK, pause the game, because if I don't do that, it's going to be a nightmare. So now we've merged the rooms, and now we can switch teams to Dev Team 1. Okay, perfect. So there we go. So now we got one big dev team. Hopefully, that room's still good though, so it's not like it's... that's the issue I was kind of worried about. Is that really these 2 teams may not get along with each other very well. So we might have to work through that just a little bit. But also... Oh great, we got a formal complaint. Alright, that's taking care of it. The other issue that I can kind of see happening is that... What's I'm going to do? There was something else that I was kind of concerned. Oh, because of how we had to do things, I don't remember how many... So that's probably 40 programmers, 0 designers, but 30 artists. That seems about right. Give or take. There's still people here at midnight. What in the world are they doing? See, I'm wondering, because this one, let's see, can we port this to anything interesting? Yes, bot OS, let's do that. Because it seems like a lot of our programs have actually been selling so many copies that we've sold to everybody that we can. So it's a little bit not frustrating, because I mean frustrating means that we are not making any money. We still made a lot of money on those programs. Let's go ahead and disband dev team 2. So really today I want to try to get Cyberbox out. I want to get Cyberpunk 2020 out, so that hopefully, you know, we can get that give that a try here. Because technically we have one more day, technically in game, to get this game released, or ready to be released, I should say. And I think we'll be able to do it, especially with just one big dev team. I think they might be able to work a little bit better together. But let's see also, look at, so actually, what kind of concerns me is that Guard Dog has gone from a release date of February 2000 to a release date of December 1999. So they're developing it already. So, what kind of options we got here? I am a little concerned on what they're going to put out. It is just a bit concerning. But we'll see. You know, I'm kind of leaving this to these guys because, you know, we're a big enough company that I think we can. I want to buy this building here just so I can tear it down and have a nice way to walk between two buildings here. But let's see here. So we're coming up on December. We're going to let it go to the end of December. So we'll have at least one more day to fix all the bugs and everything like that, just to double check and make sure. Let's go ahead and increase our cost by $31,000 a month. Ooh. You got to remember though, we make so much money with raises like that. It doesn't really bother me, and I do a pretty good raise, I think, at least. Maybe that's just me thinking that. Also, I'm thinking about actually... Hold on, let me go up a little bit. I've actually been thinking about actually completely filling out our... It's our support team, isn't it? That's our design team. I forgot about our design. Well, still working on that. We're having some few issues, but I'm thinking about actually filling out our entire marketing team. I'll do that probably at night because of the people in there. Can't actually copy all this like I want to. Just so that... Oh, crap. Alright, so I've actually set that... hold on. Options. Because it has plenty of copies. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We might just have to put out a print job kind of manually for it, which is not the worst thing in the world. But hold on. We now actually have a snippet release date for Snippet 4. It's going to come out October of 2002. That's a pretty long time. But, hey, that's what they're working on, I guess. But we have release dates now. People are getting excited. There you go. Everything like that. And hopefully that'll come up. You can see here, everything's starting to fly up because of this. So, kind of exciting. How many people are still using CyberWorks? We just dropped under 1.1 million users. We actually reached just over 1 million users last time, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But it is time. We are going to start... our fire inspectors are going to realize that these buildings are not great. However, at noon today, we will release Cyberpunk 2020 with 2 followers and almost 300 bugs fixed. And we actually might get 300 bugs fixed before the allotted time. So, we're going to wait till noon. We always release... I don't know why we release at noon. I guess it's kind of how all companies are. It's like they have a set time that they release everything. I don't know if anybody else has waited for a game, like, minute by minute. Like, I know when the actual Cyberpunk released, I was sitting here, like, every 5 minutes. So, yes, please, let me have it. Let's send 250,000 to that. Yes, I am going to need... I want to order 100,000 copies. Just in case. And then I'm going to put that up there. You know what? I'm going to cancel support for that because we've pretty much already got the... It's down to 8,000 users. We're just going to say, hey, if you want to take it, go for it. However, let me go up here. Let me just kind of double checking through, see what they kind of got. Oh, there is a hosting drop out there. Hold on. But we do need to start actually printing our own copies. Let's see here. And in that case, we need to go over to releases. Cyberpunk RPG game. Outstanding quality. Unlike the real one. Anyways, here's the thing. I understand there's a lot of people that have been having issues with it. I'm going to actually limit to 150,000. And I get that. You know, it was there was quite a few issues, especially on the console. But for what I had, when I played it on mine, I didn't have too big of an issue with it. It seems like on the PC they actually did a halfway decent job of it. And so yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, my personal experience with that. The project management team Guard Dog just released antivirus Guard Dog 2 or Guard Dog. Anyways, let's try that again. Guard Dog Unchained 2. Great quality, awesome. Widespread marketing. Awesome. We've already lost $3.8 million on it. So yeah, that's actually not too terrible. We've already got an Omni. Holy cow, looks like October 2002. Going to be a big year for us, or big month for us, because we've got both Snippet 4, and Omnidesk 9. Well, I got to change the name on that. I don't know how to change the name, though. That's what kind of stinks. Because I'd like to change it to Omnidesk, like, Millennium Edition or something like that. Or Omnidesk Essentials or something. Yeah, something like that. You know, it'd be kind of fun. But look at that. We've already got some good stuff going here. So I think I've got that set up correctly. So so the dev teams are taking care of the porting to the other operating systems, so we can be okay with that. And once Cyberbox comes out, hopefully that'll be good for us. But let's see, first day sales, how well Cyberpunk 2020 is going to do. 23, come on, let me see, midnight. Oh, we only made 344,000. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Let's actually go and increase the priority on that. But while I'm thinking about it, though, number one, not ideal for a release of our first game. Let's go ahead and copy all this. Leave a little bit of an aisle there. Something like that. And then we'll take this last row here and copy it over to there. Here's the other thing. We've hit 2,000. Not dollars, the year 2000. So in that case, we actually can get new computers. And so I think we will do that since we are already in here. Let's also make sure we get all the walls set up properly there. Let's also get, I forgot about these guys. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's go and duplicate this on over to there. Ooh, we will need to take care of that here momentarily. Didn't know we can actually hit a limit, but I guess that's fair. Actually, can we remove one or two of these? There we go. That might help it. Anyway, so we've got this now. So how many people can we have in here? 5, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have up to 72 people in marketing. I actually want to read this, read both of those here in just a second, because I am kind of curious on how they think of that. But let's take care of marketing first before I forget. So we have 42 people in here right now, so we can have let's actually increase it. Yeah, medium. I think it's still a little high salary, but we can increase this now to 69. No, 71. Sorry, not 6. Oh, that would be a nightmare. All right, there we go. So that should be able to fill out that marketing space, and hopefully we have all these maxed out. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and select all the type of furniture that is, and replace it with the modern computer. This is going to cost us a little bit of money, but look at that. Look at that beast of a machine. All right, let's select all furniture and replace with the modern computer. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing computer-wise? Doesn't look like it. Down here, let's go select all furniture and replace modern computer. Select all furniture and replace modern computer. Select all furniture and replace with the modern computers. Hope I just got... Yeah, we're gonna have to probably add a few more, probably, I think, air conditioning units, if I had to guess. Because I got a feeling these new computers, I mean, the laptops don't produce a lot of heat. But I guess the new ones probably do. And, it kind of makes sense. So that's okay with me. Let's do that. Got a couple more rooms to do here. Yes, this is costing us a pretty penny, and it would be a nightmare for IT to do, but, it's got to be done. I think that's everybody, though. I think that's all computers updated to 2000 standards, which I don't remember having flat panel monitors in 2000. I'm just going to point that out there. I don't know who develops this game, but I remember having the big chunky monitors that were about this wide. There we go, about this wide. It weighed about 800 pounds. Hated those things. But that's what we start. I mean, that's more of what I remember from the early 2000s. Maybe they did have flat panel monitors, but I don't know. So the other thing I wanted to do is, let's see if this works, because we should have the new server racks available. Ooh. Holy cow, these things are massive. By the way, if you've ever stood by one of these, you'll know how big these things can get. When I have to go, every Thursday, I have to go to a factory, and, oh, that's why there's the light there. Just gonna move that to there, and probably what all these are having issues with is that there's a light in the way. So let's go ahead and just fix that up. Replace with the server rack. And the factory I visit, though, it does have a small server room in it. Now, granted, it's not one that it handles quite a bit of data. It's mostly our phone and email service, so it's not like it's massive or anything. But oh shoot, I gotta move this now. But I usually have to go in there once a day just to make sure everything's going okay. And so it's kind of neat. I actually think it's it's something that a lot of people don't get to see. Because usually those things are so secure that you really can't get in, though. All right, let's see what else is blocking this one. All right, let's see if we can replace these now. Because these things should be able to pretty much take care of anything and everything we need. And they should, but replace furniture, racks, there we go. So that pretty much should take care of everything we need to take care of. Let's also, while we're thinking about it, let's also look at How can we do this? We need to add more air conditioning units. I think what we could do, actually, I know I said I didn't want to do too much building here. However, if I do something like this, and then put a door in here, I can throw a couple air conditioning units up there. I don't say maybe not a bunch, but enough that should be okay for us. It'd be better than what we have, just not dealing with this problem. There we go. So that should take care of pretty much everything. I think that should be good enough. So we've got all the laptops computers updated from laptops. We've got the servers updated. I don't think there's anything else that came out new in 2000 technology-wise. So yeah, hopefully when they get in here, we have more marketing people. Fingers crossed. Now where is marketing at? That's up here. So we got a few of them in. I wonder how guard dog's doing, because I know we technically. Let's see here. I kind of want to see how that's doing. So it's a great product. We invented it. It's made almost $2 billion. That's actually not bad for its first month. It's going to take a little bit more boost to it, but I think it'll work out pretty well. Now, I get that Cyberpunk 2020 probably won't make too much money until we get it ported over to different systems and things like that. So, not too concerned with that yet. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully tomorrow all these desks will be filled with people in marketing. Alright. Oh, that one doesn't have smoke detectors or, I guess, alright, hold on. Fire alarms. Technically nobody would be up here anyways, but just going to point that out there. Probably would not have anybody in there, but there was more rooms that they said is not up to snuff, but I don't know which ones that is. So I wish it would kind of tell you what all of them were, but it only tells you what one room is having issues. Alright, so we got one port done, so we'll see how Cyberpunk, we are currently sitting at $2.3 million. There we go. Nailed it. Let's see here. Nothing's fun. Alright. Let's see how that's actually a little bit better now. That's what I was kind of expecting now. But we spent $15 million making that game, which sounds about right. You know, we got plenty in storage right now, so I think we're okay. I think the next game though we do is going to be, well, we got to build Cyberbox first. I want to get Cyberbox out and going, which we might have to build a Cyberbox team, and we might have to make our own kind of game company. Which, you know, if I can go out and like buy this plot of land here, because I know like it's not this building, like I can buy this building over here and just tear it down, or even this building over here would be kind of nice. Because I kind of want to make it my own. Like I just bought something. I don't know what I just bought. That's not ideal. Probably bought a parking lot. That's probably what I bought. Anyways, the reason I'm saying that is I kind of want to make my own like game company. So we have their own dev team, their own design team, ones that can both work on software and hardware. So we actually have like a Cyberbox team, and then when we have the software teams, so they can kind of support that. I think it'd be a great idea. It's going to take us a little bit while to build all that, but that's fair. So currently we have almost 2 ports done, so I'm hoping to have all those done here shortly. Let's see here. Pretty much all those. We need sprinklers in all 4 of those rooms, so let's just go ahead and do that. before I forget that, because it seems like it's a smart thing to have. Just kind of dot them around the place here. I don't know if it really matters where they're at, but I also, which is kind of, knock on wood here, I haven't seen a fire in this game. Now, I have actually seen them occur. There was actually a guy I was watching on YouTube actually had a fire in his office. Actually, I think he had 2 fires in his office. I don't know how that worked out, but I do kind of want to. I do kind of want to. It'd be kind of interesting to see. Now, right now we don't have insurance, so probably wouldn't be the best idea to have a fire right this second. But it does happen. Now, I remember yesterday. I had a rough day in IT yesterday, and if any of you don't know, I do work in IT. I do support for people. It actually started out as an internship, but it's kind of a part-time job, I guess, at least until March or April. So it's been kind of fun so far. The issue is that there are some days that it's a little rougher than others. And I think there's jobs like that it's like there's just some rough days, and IT is no different. But I was working on 2 computers yesterday for probably a good solid 4 hours or not combined, 4 hours each, kind of simultaneously. So it wasn't as bad, but I pretty much spent most of my day working on 2 computers, and it was more of just one of them was like download speed is never great, so it was kind of makes sense. But the other one, every time I fix one problem, another one would come up. I'm like, why are you doing this? It just makes 0 sense to me. So yeah, it was just like, ugh. And I don't, it's like, there comes a point where I had to like just walk away for a minute. I'm like, I just need to think and figure out what in the world's going on. Eventually, it was an older computer, and I think we finally got a way for it to work properly, but it still took me most of the day to figure out how in the world to approach it. So, yeah, fun times to be had by all. Let's see here. Let's put skip time forward here. And any more news on Cyberpunk? Let's see here. Maybe about $2 million. It's not bad. Shine Street actually just canceled their distribution with us. That's not ideal. So we do need to actually get a print job going for. I thought we had a print job going for Guard Dog Unchained. Start printing. 100. Let's do 150,000 copies. They'll maintain that hopefully. Oh, we're actually at capacity for printing. I did not see that, but we will have to do some building because we are out of. You know what? We probably need to pause so that we can get another line in here going. So essentially, what I'm going to do is just copy this. And pretty much just do that. I'm gonna figure out where our conveyor belt. There they are. There we go. So that'll actually take care of that. Hopefully we can start printing more copies now. Let me actually go over and look here. Distribution. Maybe it hasn't updated yet. But right now our shipping capacity is actually down, so we actually probably need to hire some couriers, which is fine. Let's go just hire 3 just for the day. And then we will hire let's see here. We got 3 shifts, Let's actually hire 3 more couriers. Let's go ahead and make sure they're all in line here. So I have one come in at 8, one come in at 11, and one come in at 12. There we go. So that should help boost our distribution. You know, we can ship 486 boxes now, so I think we're okay on that front. With how many we have, we might need more than just vans, but you know, fair enough. It looks like everything's going out pretty easily. As pretty much I hired a few people just to help with the backlog, so it was not bad. Get rid of all of these so I don't forget them. So maybe our food courts are not actually being able to supply enough food now, which kind of makes sense. We just hired a bunch of people for marketing, so it very well could be that they don't have enough room now to feed them all. Our Cyberpunk has actually made $4.3 million just this month. Shine Street's back in our digital distribution platform. See how that's going. Yeah, for 1 month it went down for 1 month, and then it came back up. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. I don't really need a loan. I need finances. See, digital distribution, it's gone down quite a bit. So I don't know if that means our digital distribution is costing us this much money, or if that's something else. But right now, I don't know if anybody else saw, but we are paying almost $250,000 just in internet bills, which is not ideal. So here's kind of the oh wow, Betty Wolf does not like me. All right, well, I think we need to get rid of her. Just out the door. I really don't know. So here's kind of the plan. So once they're done with the porting, I went ahead and release Cyberbox into alpha. Once we do that, we can kind of look at this. 2002 seems like everything's going to get released in 2 years. That's pretty good to me. At least I think it is. Let's see here. I'm trying to think how else I want to do this. So let me look and make sure digital distribution's still doing okay, or not digital. These guys, because are we actually getting everything out we need to get out? Is kind of my question. Because we might need to bring in like 4 couriers at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, just to pick up 2, 3. So this last 3 I just picked up. You guys are going to come in at let's actually do this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. However, I do need to space these guys out a little bit better, because we have people that come in at 7, or that have stuff that break down at towards the end of their shift. So you kind of balance these out a little bit. There we go. Now these couriers, I do want to come in at be 3 o'clock. They'll stay till 7 o'clock, something like that. Just to help clear this backlog of boxes and things like that, so that hopefully should fix that. But we'll see. I don't know what that sound is. It doesn't sound great. It looks like everything's starting to make money again, so I'm okay with that. I am kind of curious about something, though. Number one, the operating office software going down a little bit, but we have some plans in the work. It is being released here soon. I want to see how Guard Dog's doing, because So we actually have made money on it. We made about not quite $5 million on it, so I'm okay with that. Cyberpunk's going to take a little bit while longer to actually get that going. I'm wondering, because I've never released a game in this game before. I know we can do sequels and all that, but can we do stuff like DLC and stuff like that? I don't know. Kind of interested to see. Employee stressed, no big deal. That's usually how that works. There's probably a lot of employees that are stressed. So I think once we get porting done, we'll start working on Cyberbox. I'll have the design team look into seeing if we can do like DLC or do we need to create a new game. Now, if we do create a new game, I think what we do is actually create a MMO. I've always wanted to do an MMO. I think I have to put in like 30 M's in there. But I've always wanted to do an MMO. I think that'd be kind of fun to do and try to do that in this game. So. Looks like the porting's actually done. So let's go ahead and develop that. Let's go ahead and start. Do we announce a release date? I've never done this before, so let's not do that yet. But let's go ahead and look at some new software. If I wanted to do, I actually wanted to do a new game. MMO. Hold on, can we actually do this? Hold on, original IP. Say we do something like that. Can we now make it an MMO? I don't even see the option for MMO now, which kind of stinks. Alright, hold on, let me get rid of this first. Add this. Game category. I don't even see the MMO option on here. Oh, because it's actually in here. I'm an idiot. Alright, so original IP, Cyberpunk 2020. So we can do all this. So essentially we're doing what we did last time. However, do we want to go 3D? I mean, we could do stuff like this. I mean, wacky physics. That seems like a GTA. Was it GTA 4 that had the swing set glitch? It's kind of what that's, going for. Here's the other thing. I actually want to make it an MMO, which is going to say it's going to take 4 years. The SCM, so the source. This is going to be on the dev server. This, however, I think this is actually what we're going to put on the MMO server. Design team wants to do it. Dev team wants to do that. Let's go to advanced and see what we got here. A new framework. This is going to be MMO frame. It's maybe 5 years. All right. 2D editor. Can we actually use snippet? We cannot, because it's been 11 years since we actually did that. All right. Well. Snippet 3D we can do though, because it is technically the best one out there, so that's good. The amplitude, okay, I guess boombox. Oh, we can use boombox too. All right, let's use what we can, And what do we got here? Ink frames. Ink frames will work. But CyberWorks is on here. Bot OS is on there as well. But essentially it's a mid 90s, maybe early 2000s MMO. Let's also remove that from there just so that we don't have it doesn't take as much and then we can port it later. Let's see, next page, what we got? Oh, look at this, maxed out on everything. So let's just set it right smack dab in the middle here. Look at all this. This is going to be interesting. No published though. Let's go ahead and develop it. Oh no, it is actually, we need a name. And this is going to be Cyberpunk what is it? Is it in USA? I think it's how it is, the new USA. the Nusa. If you ever get a chance to read anything about Cyberpunk at all, it is a fantastic backstory. It starts, I think, in the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken, and goes until, technically now 2077 at least. But it's interesting on how all that works, and what happens and things like that. So it's something, if I remember correctly, Cyberpunk takes place, the books I were reading actually took place in 2020, and I think that's one of the reasons why they wanted to put the Cyberpunk 2027 or 2077 out, is because the original one was based on 2020. So, if I'm not mistaken, it's something like corporations just start becoming so big that they can pretty much become their own countries in a sense. They're trying to come wrong. I'm just going to put this out there. It's a little screwed up how all this came about. And then there was an economic collapse because of just stuff that was... There was something that was happening internally, as well as Europe got together and pretty much formed the EU, but it wasn't called the EU, it was called something else. And then there was a big war. I can't remember what... It was in South America somewhere, which, if you didn't know, Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk 2077 does talk about him being a soldier in the for the NUSA and for during the Corporation Wars. This is the war it's actually in South America, and I don't remember what exactly happened, but that's one of the reasons he resents the company so much, is he actually fought for one and it didn't end well for him. Alright, let's go end some marketing for both kind of Snippet 3, Boombox, and OmniDesk. We're going to still support them, but if you look here, the active users are starting to wane a little bit. Cyberworks 2 is actually getting a little low on the old user list there. We might need to start another support team that's just full of low-end programmers. Because I was reading somewhere that that's actually the best way to actually fix bugs, is actually if you have a support team that just fixes bugs for things. So I have our support team now can easily take care of all the tickets, but actually fixing the problems is a little bit different, and I think that's going to help us with some retention if we actually can get some more people in here. So let's do some speed building. And what I mean speed building is I don't want to spend an hour and a half working on this building, because this one's actually pretty basic. I mean, also fair enough, we last one we were building from scratch. This one we do have a little bit of a head start on. Let's do something like this. Select. And let's go ahead and duplicate. And that ain't gonna work quite as I thought it would. However, we can fix that. Let's go ahead and go down to reception. Staircases, we need to do those. Put those there and there, so we know exactly where we need to put the doors at. So it seems like it's going to be right here. That'll work. Need to actually do some bathrooms real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's put our doors in. Let's go ahead and copy the bathroom stuff up here. Perfect. And we can get some lights out here. Perfect. Now, the support team we have right here. Let's take about half of these desks. But you know what? We'll just take the whole room, because why not? I mean, eventually we can actually, use all this space. I did say eventually. Decoration's not great. Let's go ahead and actually go down here. Let's go into you know what? Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to save the style as support, which is very similar. There's 2P. I'm like, there's a double letter in there. I just can't remember which one it was. No, there is actually another team that's very similar to this, but they don't have the wood floors. Oh, that's not it. That's marketing. There we go. Fix that. So this room is what I need that for. Perfect. We do need a little more decoration in here, so let's actually add some acoustic. Oh, we've already got enough acoustics in here. Let's go ahead and add some plants. That's taking care of things pretty easily. The problem is that this main aisle is already starting to get kind of full. I think that'll work. So that we'll also assign this to support team 1. Right now, they have, what, 40 people? As I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can actually have up to 80 people in here. So really, I really didn't need to build that room. Let's just be fair here. But we can kind of spread them out a little bit more now. So HR management, I actually want you to hire. Right now you have 40 people. I'm going to have you hire 39 support people and 20 more. So that'll get you up to, what, 60 people? You can have up to, I think, 160 on your team. So I think that'll work out a little bit better. Hopefully we can get more. You know what? Let's even. It was like I was looking like that sounds like a good amount, but actually I want to increase that to 30. Let's actually try to get as many programmers in there as we can, with a specialization in not development. You know what? Actually, yes, development, because if we can get some programmers in there, you know, that's kind of how we're looking at. So. It looks like they're up to 70 now. Seems like it's the correct number. Hopefully these verifies will start going down and we can start actually fixing more. That's kind of fingers crossed, but if you see here, we have started developing our cyberbox. This is what I was looking for. So I didn't have this all figured out, and I don't remember exactly how it was. So here's what I need. So I've got, this is currently making gyroscopes. So there's 2 gyroscopes there. I needed 2 rumble units, so I need to change this to something else. To a rumble unit. Where is rumble unit? Expand the window a little bit. There we go. That's what I need. So I've got 2 rumble units. Or, I'm sorry, I only need 1. All right, hold on. I messed that up. Change output to plastic. So now we can have that. We actually need 2 assemblers for this, though. So what I can do is actually delete that. I know we said we weren't going to do too much building in here, but this is kind of new, so it's, you know, I think it's okay. To there, and then we'll do something like this. Let's turn it as well, because actually, you know what? We actually need to do this. There we go. So that we give them a little more. We can actually have an aisle there so people can walk through there, because apparently they have to get back there for some reason. Why? Not really sure, but they do. Ah, that would be the other issue. So let's actually nuke all this and work on something else. Well, not work on something else. Let's try this again. Let's go that way and that way. Space is now occupied by a sprinkler. Let's move this to over there. And then we can put the other printer. You know what? Actually, it might be beneficial if we kept it up in the air just for a little bit. And turned it here. And then brought this down into a component assembler. let's duplicate this over to there. For some reason, it needs to add a recycler, which I guess what I could do is, if I need a splitter, one of these will go out, and the other one will go over here. Ah, that won't work. I guess what I could do is actually have this. We're back in Factorio is what it is. Making all these conveyor belts. And let's go across like this. And we can bring this down now to, well, there. So that should now allow that to flow to there and in there. Yeah, there is a recycler, just kind of a roundabout way of getting there. Unless I have this outputting the wrong way. I don't. Alright, so that should work fine. Anyway, so we got that taken care of now. Let's look at what the next thing we need. So we've got the joysticks, you know, all that's good now. So we'll need to get that to a final assembly. But we need... Oh, I don't really care about that. We need 2 boards, 2 drive bays, and 4 controllers to actually make the console itself. So let's duplicate this. Let's leave an aisle there. So this guy is going to output boards for us. We'll need 2 of those. Output board. And then we need 2 drive bays, so we'll just put those up next. Duplicate. Boom, boom. There's 2 drive bays. I don't remember the last one, but I do know it needs 4. So let's output this. You got drive bay. You are doing drive bay, and oh, hold on. Did I mess this up? Drive bay, drive bays, and these 4 are going to do controllers. Now, number 1, I need to add some lights in here because I can't see at all. Just kind of dot some around here, just to add a little bit more light so we can see what in the world we're doing. Alright, so now all these need to go into, let me double check here. Now all these guys need to go into a assembler. So we actually need 4 assemblers. Alright, well, let's do this first. Kind of want to try to get them off the ground just a little bit. Those. Let's see here. Let's have them do something like that first. So we come down to a middle here. And then what we could do, I can't put splitters up there, which kind of stinks, because that'd be awesome if you can have like aerial splitters and then have them come down to whatever line you're working on here. So there is that. Let's see here. Now we need a final assembler. Ooh, we actually can do large printing now. We probably need to actually upgrade ours. Component assembler. There, and we'll rotate these around to there and there. Let's get our conveyor belts out. There and there. We need to put a, ooh, because I have these the wrong way, so I need to move those. Now, if I can, let's see if I can, let's see where the component recycler is. What would happen if I just did this? Do 1 there, and then 1 there. Do conveyor belts back up to here and here, and then there and there. Now these guys can just come out and then turn. There's that, and then we can do the same on this side here. Up like this, turn this, and into the component recycler. Because that's not actually how that's supposed to work. Because these actually need to go out to manufacturing. So that's a bit of an oops. Glad I caught that now. I'll just be recycling everything I produced. Would not be ideal, to be honest with you. But we can fix that pretty easily, actually. Something like this, though. And then these can go out. You know what? Let's actually kind of keep it snug up to this. Because I can do this. There. Right there. And there. Drop this down to there. And... oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Do... that. So we can get rid of this line then, essentially. But that will... ooh. Shouldn't that work, though? Well, I guess no, because I mean... this is a little confused. Well, I guess... ideally, this should work, but if we need to add a recycler to this, that's no big deal. Because they're saying actually after the hold on, what do they consider a component? Is my question. So make sure I've got this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Number one, why aren't these showing that these are going... oh, I actually probably need to actually say output the consoles there. Then we need to do a final assembly, which I think they're just there. No, I was right. I think this is how it's supposed to be set up. And then we can go out from there. These are actually going to the final assembly. Now, the final assembly, I guess, is just another assembler. We need one final assembly. Okay, I'm okay with that. So in that case, what we need to do is we need one component assembler. By right here. I can always add more, so it's not like it's a huge deal if for some reason we need to add more. To move this sprinkler so that we can actually make a little aisle so that people can still walk through here. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's trash that one. Let's go this way with it. Because then I can bring that there, that there, and then they should still be able to walk through here, like that. They need to move this light here. And then this guy, we need to change the output to final assembly. So that should all be going okay now. Now I do need a place to actually ship these from. Kind of an issue, but we can figure this out. Can we actually put any more on this side over here? We can. We just gotta make sure it's not. We make sure the smoke detectors aren't there. There we. Well, I think actually, if we put it somewhere like over here, we can then actually bring this around and not have to worry about it. I think I can do this. So if I bring this along, oop, that's actually not what I wanted to do. bring this along, well, hold on. If I actually do this, the conveyor belt system I don't like as well in this game. Well, at least the like rotation and things like that. But hey, it works. So we can bring that down to here. Now, if we bring this along here, and there is one we have to figure. Oh, I got to do this. I knew there was something I had to do. Do something like that, and put that there, and that there. Now we have our boxes down here. We can bring them across like this. And this port over here can just be for our hardware. Or we can make splitters and make a second one so we have two of them. But yeah, I think that should work. The other issues, though, is if people can't reach that component assembler. At least these two inner ones here. I guess what we could do is just delete that section there, duplicate this, duplicate that, and then duplicate this again. Essentially do that on this side as well. Let's go ahead and duplicate that, slide that to there. There we go. I think that is our hardware section finally completed. It's going to take us. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge when we first get it up and going. But I think that's a good. We got everything flowing like it should. Hopefully here soon we'll be able to. We'll be able to actually see this all working. You know what we should do? We should add some windows to this place. Maybe not on the first floor, but I'm okay with adding them on the second floor. Kind of do them like this. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave 2. 3. Ooh. Let's do 2 then. There we go. So speed up time here. Right now, our art is fantastic on this, but everything else not doing too great. So at least the box of the console looks fantastic. It's just like we've just got we threw a couple gears in there from an old pinball machine, and that's what we're using as a console. Not ideal, to be honest with you. Got some more deals? Anything fun? Any more like hosting? Nothing? Alright. But hey, it seems to like. Well, I don't see anything printing yet. Let's go down to the bottom floor. How are these guys? Besides stacked up, they looks like they're doing okay. We did not actually upgrade our printers though. We needed to do that. Let's see here. Function printing. Select all types. Replace with the medium. We all have medium printers. Oh, hold on. Why can't we replace it with the large ones? Is that going to be a different size? Hold on. I don't know why we can't do that. It might just be that since they have like a size specific, they're not like on top of the conveyor belt. They may not like it as well, but all right. Let's upgrade all these real quick so that we can produce as much capacity as we can. That being said, we probably actually at that point didn't really need to upgrade the or add another line, because we could just probably upgrade it to the larger printers, but well. That being said, how many boxes? We can actually print almost 1 million copies a month, which is not bad. But we might have to reduce some of this. Like, I know I said I didn't want to do any building today, but we've kind of gotten to the point where we kind of have to, at least a little bit. I am trying to limit how much we do, at least in this stream, just because we spent so much time last time. Where is the garages at? There they are. I am trying to place this on an exterior wall here. It won't let me do that for some reason. Probably because the smoke detector's here. There we go. So there is that. So now we can actually run a splitter from here. And there we go. Perfectly done there. Let's go ahead and also do what we did the other over here and actually add the paths in. Just to make it look a little bit nicer, you know, so our people don't have to walk across grass. There we go. So there is that all taken care of. We have more shipping areas to ship from. It's like a small distribution warehouse for Amazon. But yeah, it seems like that's going pretty well. Cyberworks 2 is still still selling copies, which is amazing to me. Although we're not making or having as many active users, it does seem like our bug fixes is going up though, which is a good thing because we hired all those programmers. So it seems like I can kind of see an issue here because we've only said that we can. Hold on. What is it? Oh, it's pallet pickup point. That's a. Why don't we have those there? They shouldn't be there anymore. We gotta see kind of what's going on here. So right now, we don't have a way for packages over here to get over to other lines. We do need to make a better system that way. So if we can do this. Do something like, oh, I can't do that because I have to do this that way. You can kind of see where I'm going for here. This one probably can just go back. Oh, yeah, that one can just go back into there. Dang it, that's all the wrong way. There we go. And that's fine if it's a dead end there. Which I guess what I could do is just... no, it can't be an intake there. So there we go. Oh, now I see what why there's a dead end. What I need to do... Hold on. Alright, I see what they're saying now. What we need to do is actually back these up to here. We really don't need this to loop back this way. So in this case, what we can do, have the splitter there. Run that to there. Run this over there and over here. Elevate this one so we can get over to here. And now these things can actually go out to all three, well, I'll take all four bays, but yeah, without having, see if you watch now, boxes can flow evenly through all four bays and not have to really be too congested with one or the other. Kind of makes more sense now. So now we can fill up more bays and things like that without trying to clog up the rest of this. Just kind of keeping an eye on this to make sure that this is going how I think it's going to go. So somehow Snippet 3D has made almost $6 million in the last month. That is a bit crazy. Same with Cyberworks 2, was still making $4.3 million. Its Cyberpunk is now up to $6.7 million last month. Pretty good, I would say. Nothing I didn't expect. Still the king of digital distribution. Let's also knock it up by a point. That works too. because they're worth it. They can handle 13%. Let's see. I wanted to go. Let's just go and fast forward it. Our server's still going okay. Nothing really crazy going on there. So, no fallbacks though. I do probably need to make a fallback server sometime. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea, but I want to make sure number one, all of our couriers can take care of these boxes because there's a lot of boxes we were going to ship out. So, yeah, I don't think they can. That's kind of the issue. As soon as they're taking boxes off, they're just being refilled even faster. All right, so first things first. Let's go to main staff. Let's go ahead and call a couple couriers. And let's hire. How many do we have? We have the 8, the 11, the 12, and the 5 o'clock or 15, o'clock shift. So let's hire 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we need 2 couriers to stay at the 8 to 12 shift. We need 2 of them to go to the 11 shift. We need 2 to go to the 12 shift. And the rest of them come in at 15. Hopefully that'll help clear up some of this congestion. If you look here, software printing, we can ship right now 960,000 copies or 480 boxes per month. Right now we're only shipping we actually are printing over 1,000. So it's a little bit more than we actually need. So hopefully that'll alleviate some of that backup and we'll be able to take care of these more often. We can keep our copies out there a little bit better. Also, printing wise, something's distribution. We're still printing the original. All right, we're still printing the original Cyberworks. Let's go ahead and cancel that one. Snippet 3, we're still advertising. Boombox 2, we're still supporting and all that. So we'll keep that. But let's actually limit it to 50,000. No, hold on. That's not what I want. Crap. Max of 50,000. See what's up here. So we'll keep it in stock, but it's just not nearly as much. Omnidesk 96 is technically our most recent one, but we're only going to keep 100,000 of those that we are working on. Look at this. Well, September 2000, that's pretty neat for Guard Dog. But Omnidesk, Boomboxes have been all coming out within 2 or 3 months of each other in 2002. It's pretty crazy. So let's limit this. Let's cut this down to 100,000. Guard Dog Unleashed, is that 2 or just Guard Dog Unleashed? Because that should probably just be canceled. Snippet 3D still making a lot of sales. So we'll go ahead and keep that. Cyberpunk, we just released that, so it's not like it's a huge deal. So there we go. Just kind of reorganizing and redoing our priorities for printing. It's cutting a little bit of waste out, Try to make the most money we can. And if we have a little excess, we need to trim it back just a tiny bit. Nothing too crazy. But I'm really kind of curious to see these guys start working. I don't know when they'll start working or what. But we'll see. That's print. So it's actually starting the print job for those. We can do that now. We might do that before the end of the episode just to kind of see it all work. See how that's going to go. Looks like our couriers are able to pick up all the packages that we need them to pick up. Looks like they're fighting for boxes now, so I think we've hit a good point. We cut back how much we're printing, and we got more couriers now, so I think we're okay. We'll make sure all copies get out when we need them to get out. No boxes left behind. So yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good way to do that. So I am happy with that. So what else we got? So marketing for Cyberbox is technically done. We don't have a release date for it because I have no idea when we'll be able to release this. I mean, if we look here, I guess what we could always do is go to market, go to release date. They're saying 2009. I highly doubt it's going to take us that long. But you know what? Let's go December 2002. That gives us about a year and a half, 2.5 years. I'm sorry, to release that. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and release that. Let's go ahead and do some hype for it. And you know what? Let's also do a press build. Just so that we can get a few more people excited about Cyberbox. Because we haven't done much in this department. Kind of makes some sense. You know what we never did? We actually never went and looked at Cyberpunk's review and Guard Dog 2's review. So let's go ahead and read those really quick before I forget. And there's also an acquisition I want to read. So, review of Cyberpunk 2020. Cyberfire LLC has released its first gaming product. They are already well known in the industry, but is it worth your money? The reputation of Cyberfire LLC precedes them, but they are pretty new in the gaming scene. Cyberpunk 2020 has been a positive surprise, and we can't even imagine how complicated this must be behind the scenes, and it feels very stable. There's so much to experience, and it is beautiful. Oh, try that sentence again. Where was I at? There's so much to experience and is beautiful to behold. Keep in mind that Shine Street has Curse Rebirth 2 on the market currently, which might affect its interest. To wrap this up, they put effort into Cyberpunk 2020, and it really shows. It's probably not going to move many copies. Maybe they should market it some more. They still need to make a name for themselves in this market, but it looks like they might. So, review of Guard Dog 2 Unchained. Guard Dog Unchained 2 is a sequel to the highly regarded Guard Dog Unchained, and it's living up to expectations. Cyberfire LLC has released Guard Dog 2 Unchained. They're already well known in this industry. We've got the scoop. The reputation of Cyberfire LLC precedes them, but their name is thrown around in the security scene. Guard Dog 2 Unchained has been a positive surprise and is very complex piece of craftsmanship, and it runs very smoothly. There's so much to experience, and it's beautiful to behold. It'll be interesting to see whether they can compare to Ad Ender 4 by Alley Delight Studios. So yeah, it looks like everything's going there, so that's good. So Drive LLC is doing pretty good there. Punch Interactive has been acquired by Man Studios. Maybe we need to look into doing that again. I know we did some a little bit. I mean, right now we are top dog. We really could just... We could actually buy Man Studios and not sweat it at all. But I am kind of curious about smaller companies like this. What do these guys do? But you know what? Actually, we can't really do that. We have to actually look at listed companies, because then we can actually buy stocks in them and things like that. So details. Oh, these guys are operating system for phones. This might be interesting if we want to get into the phone market, because it looks like they're already listed for quite a bit. But these guys, they've released a lot. A lot of them are operating systems. Oh, these guys have released pretty much everything under the sun like I do. And I could very easily buy a huge stake in them. And technically they're listed totally. I could just buy them out for probably around $100 million. And we would own the largest company out there? Oh, we already do, but... you know what? Let's do it. Let's just be... Ooh, it's $179 million. Yikes. Didn't expect it to be that much. Let's go with 25% of the company. We'll do $77 million. Throw our hat back into the ring of stocks. But we did just spend $77 million on this. We very well could. You know what? Let's buy a little more. We want to be the majority here. You know what? We'll spend another 30. We'll spend $100 million on 37% of that company. I'm okay with that. We're going to be pumping a lot of money into that company, so... Oh well. We have our money taken out already, but you'll see a huge red line here. There it is. Which is sad, because our monthly profits last month was $16 million. We lost $102 million that month. Yikes. Alright, well, you know, it happens. You know, that's kind of the idea, is that, You know, we're gonna at least lose a little bit of money. Hold on, timeout. I want to read this one. It says here, pre-release of Cyberbox, Cyberfire LLC has put out a build for Cyberbox, and we're not excited. What a bunch of nubs. Cyberfire LLC is not well known in this market. We haven't really heard much about Cyberbox. We don't think they'll be able to save this one, but it has all the new features, and it's still a bit off from release. I don't really what. They did not like that. I mean, I guess fair enough. It looks good right now, but it's not really functional. Kind of makes sense. But hey, it looks like we're still doing okay. Let's see how we're doing over here. I mean, do we just go ahead and buy the rest of these shares? It went down to $68 million. Let's go ahead and just do it. There we go. We can take them over for $314 million. Are we still the highest ranked? Oh yeah, we are. By a good margin. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. At least for right now, we won't take them over. I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, that'd be a heck of a merger, though. They own 2 patents. We own... Oh, technically, we would own... There's only 6 patents out there, but we would own 4 of the 6. Let's see details. What patent... Can we see what patents they own? Oh, here we go. Network... Ooh, network and hardware. Ooh. That would actually be really good for Cyberbox. You know what? I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to save the game here. Save game as stream playthrough pre-merger. Just to give you an idea of about what I'm about to do. There we go. Let's go and resume. Let's do it. I think we'll wait till tomorrow to see if maybe the actual price dropped. See if we can maybe buy it for a little less money. And we're just going to liquidate them. We're going to buy out everything. This is going to be... Essentially, Shine Street is going to become Cyberfire LLC property. Kind of the idea. It did go down $2 million. Well, that's just nice. Alright, let's do this. Let is takeover. Nope, takeover. Boosh. 1 stock, 83 products, 2 patents, and 25 frameworks. We're down to $160 million. However, we probably are not the top dogs anymore yet. We're not too far behind, but we had a lot of money in cash. However, because of that merger, we are now up to... How many products? We have 105 products in our arsenal that we can use. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we have pen view. Hold on here. Let me look. Let's look at what we got here. So we've got 2D editor. We got Image Style 6, which is apparently a good quality one, but Snippet was better. Any antiviruses? They didn't do any antiviruses. They did some audio tools to Audioscape, or hold on, Signscape. We actually might have used this for our new MMO, so we don't have to pay royalties on that anymore. I don't think. Signscape 2, I think it was something like this. I could be wrong about that. Dreamtown, a lot of games. Air Manager, the Soldier Trials, some simulation games, some mediocre stuff, really. Gravetown Foot Simulator. Right, Foot Simulator. That was something we bought that I didn't know about. Space Trials. I mean, Soldier Trials, Monster Fortress Space Simulator 2015 sounds fun. They made a sequel to Foot Simulator. Oh boy. All right. And then we got some Office software. Publish Light, Letter 3. I mean, they're all great. I mean, they're not like they're Publish Light 12. It looks like they were at least one a year. But look at this. It's only great, maybe good. Ours is always great though. Here's the other thing, operating system. So PenView, what was the last operating system they actually put out? Doorstop, which is good. They have 12,000 active users for it, so it's actually not terrible. Yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff like that now. We have to do support for all that too. But, you know, that is okay. We've kind of essentially just vanquished them. But you know, it's we got to march back to the top in the early 2000s. But hey, you know, mergers, it's a little more stable. But now, hold on, let me look at patents as well, because I don't know research wise. Hardware, what do we have? We have the 1990 hardware one. Not bad. I think we also had a network one. So 1991 network frames, actually not terrible. Audio, it's actually not bad. Audio, I might try to go for the 1999 one. That might be kind of fun. 1997, they already own that patent. Great. We have the 1996. That was the most recent 2D editing system. So 98's that we kind of. So right now we own the most recent patent for 1990 in hardware. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be the worst idea to actually go after something like Network in 1998. Might be kind of interesting. For actually research for 2000. Might not be the worst idea in the world. Let's do the development team. And we'll have them research it. Kind of, let's actually boost the priority of this guy. So I know it has more priority over the research, but they still can work on that as well. I think we're doing okay. Let's also get a review for the new Cyberbox, see what people think of it. Hopefully it's not too terrible. Although I can't tell, the game's running a little bit slower now. I think the rain is not helping anything at all. I just spit all over my mic. Not ideal, I'll be honest with you. Alright, let's end this and see what happens. Right now it's a solid 3.9. Artwork's great, but the rest of it's kind of atrocious. But it's not actually terrible. But could be better. I'll just put it that way. Anything else exciting happening around here anywhere? Not really. Fair enough. We might need to make some more meeting spaces, because we really don't have any like big ones out anywhere. 26 employees have called in sick. Not ideal. Oh yeah, Shine Street bought out. Has been acquired by Cyberfire LLC for dissing $240 million. Along with 83 original IPs. So yeah, that was our last 2 months have not been great for us. But everything's making money. We're still making quite a bit of money. So it's not like it's a huge thing, but you know, we'll just have to work our way back up and get more money going here, which I think we can easily do. It's not like it's, we gotta figure out this cleaning solution, because it seems like everybody's tracks through here. So I don't know why employees are stressed. Oh, because it's the leader over here trying to figure out what he wants to do with the next one. I guess that's fair. I'm thinking, though, what we should do... Should we start printing? Let's actually start printing this a little bit. Let's do a limit. Let's do 10,000 first. See if... Look at this. You see all of our stuff starting to be assembled. Well, it's being printed to be put into the assemblers. Kind of neat so far. Print is working just like how the other ones do. But look at this. We've got cyber boxes coming down the elevator. We've got some on the pallet already. Actually being ready. Pretty ready to be distributed. But fair, the code's not there. But, you know, it still looks nice. Cool. I was just kind of curious. But yeah, that actually is pretty nice. Why do I have couriers over here? I guess they're just taking a break while they're waiting on boxes to be ready. Kind of makes sense. Speaking of boxes, how's our printing doing? So we can ship pretty much 480 boxes per month, and we can ship just over 1,000 boxes. That's pretty much what we ship in total. We can print 480 boxes per month. So it kind of makes sense. Hardware manufacturing, we can do about 1,000 boxes a month. So that's not too bad. Still number one in digital distribution. So let's actually crank it up to 15%. See if maybe, holy cow, Mansoft has 99 different products on our digital distribution platform. We'll probably lose some people here. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll sign to you. That's pretty, even with a 15% increase. So they're saying we're heading towards bankruptcy. We lost $58,000 this month. And it's only day one. And it's mostly in bills. And education. We've done a lot of education as well. We also got to remember, these last 2 months, we actually bought a company. Like, because we could. Really, it's kind of the thing. So, and worse comes to worse, if we have to, we can always go back. And take care of some stuff there. I am kind of curious, though. They actually did have stocks in somebody else. Where is the other stocks at? So, it's us. We can go to details. And it's actually in Cloud Traps. So that's that top company, isn't it? Oh, no, it's this one. Details. Yeah, we own, like, what, 65% of that company, too. What did they even put out is my question. Operating systems. Ooh. Actually, not great. But so if we have to, that's about $100 million we can just liquidate really quick if we need it. I don't think we'll ever will. But we also can look at our stocks over here. We made about $300,000. So if we need to take $10 million out, we can do it there. Let's see here. Do we want to add something like in here? We could do something like this just to kind of help. Essentially, what a bond is, we can put money in there. We've put it in there for a certain amount of time. Usually, it's like 5 or 10 years. You can kind of get a different bond. And at the end of the bond, they do earn interest. It's not a huge amount, but not ideal. So, Guard Dog Unchained 3 has got its, well, is printed. So it is ready for when it does release in September. Let's go ahead and get a printing job going for, let's see release date, because it technically hasn't been released yet. But it is Guard Dog Unchained 3. You know, it's made $20 million already for us, so it's not too terrible. I really can't wait. I want to see all these products come out in 2002, because I got a feeling those will be good for us. And, you know, they might even like push the release dates up, and we'll be good there. Got 4 deals waiting on us. Oh, it was some more hosting. We can do that. Accept that. So we're making money again. I'm not too concerned with that. We have more fans now because I think we took pretty much when we bought that company. I bet you a lot of their fans came over to us. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. I'm a little concerned though. Holy cow! Our RPG just for that one game almost went to 3 hearts. Not quite 4 hearts with antivirus and audio tools, but we're getting there. I think it's going to take us a little bit longer for this, but hey. CyberWorks 2, where's that at? So we still have 870,000 active users for that. It's the first one with networking in it, so it kind of makes sense. But we do need to get more out there with networking available. We might have to make another Cyberbox, like maybe Cyberbox 3 Or if we follow the Windows thing, it should be like Cyberbox 2000. You know. But that is okay. So employees are unhappy. That's usually how that goes. I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. I had some coffee this morning. I feel pretty good, you know. Got some good sleep last night, so I do. We're already about halfway through this. I always like this game because it seems like what does this thing say? We're not heading to bankruptcy. So at the beginning of the month, we always have to pay a bunch of bills. And we have the money to cover the bills. It's going to take us a little bit to get up to back up to where we need, technically should be. So we can see. Hold on here. Look at this. So this is our money line. I'm just kind of curious. I'm gonna look at some other stats here. So you see here, we had a good amount of money. So this is when we started developing our first product. You can kind of tell. And then we released our first product. We went to 136,000 to 193. We just started skyrocketing up. And you can kind of tell we kind of feigned off a little bit. And you can tell when our next release was, our big release. We just started growing even exponentially more. I don't remember what we were releasing then. I mean, we were releasing our own products, and then you can kind of tell there was a huge upswing. We released something in 1986. That's probably like Snippet 2, somewhere around there. And then it took a little bit of a nosedive. That's probably when we were playing around with other companies, but then it just shot straight up. Ooh, what was this? 1995. I don't remember what happened. That might have been when we were trying to buy companies out and things like that. So, kind of makes sense. But and then all of a sudden we just went boom. Look, jeez, Pete. This little crash here looks like nothing now. When we had all this money, and then we kind of boop, we're back down. So that was our money. So I was trying to figure out what that was. But yeah, it looks like we've been doing pretty good. I mean, fair enough. We spending. I think, to me, that was a smart move. We bought a lot of IPs, so we want to make sequels to those. We very well can, especially with the games. We're not going to release another Foot Simulator. I'm just going to point that out there. Maybe a bit of a cult classic, but I honestly think though, buying all those, like, especially with the operating system and things like that, I think we can now roll all that into the next Cyber works. I think we can actually do that pretty easily and not really be too concerned with that. I think it's a good thing. I think we can take all that information that we have and then do other things with it. So, kind of happy about that. It was kind of a smart move. It wasn't a little bit of money, but we're already making it back. So we were at 600,000. Snippet 4 just got its first print job completed, so that is awesome. Even though it doesn't release for... Actually, they moved up the release date a ton. If you look here, we went from October 2002, and now it's April 2001. Oh, and look at that. Guard Dog 3 Unchained just got released. So let's look at that, see how that one did. Release date of Guard Dog. It is a great product. Widespread marketing. $49. So even cheaper now. Only costs us $4 million to make. If it's going to make that much, I mean, that's pretty good. That means it made $28 million. Let's go ahead and start printing this one. Let's do 150,000 copies. Let's also get rid of this Guard Dog Unchained. Let's go ahead and cancel printing for that, because that is the old piece of software. And I think we're releasing. That's one. Did we release? Hold on. Did we release one? No. That I think. Hold on. I mean, technically, that was our last two releases. Was both Guard Dog, but it's been about a year apart, and that's about right with the antivirus, I think. Essentially, you would buy. Nowadays, you just buy a subscription. They would just keep it updated all year. But I'd say early 2000s, you probably would buy a new one every year to kind of keep up with all the viruses going out there, things like that. Kind of makes some sense to me. I'm maybe a little bit earlier. I mean, that's been what? Extra 3 months? So it's only been 9 months. But what we could do, though, is tell these guys to actually, on the development time, spend about 100 and maybe 20% more. So it's not bad. So yeah, nothing too bad. So we've already netted. Well, they haven't netted anything yet for this guard dog. Kind of wish we could push these out a little bit more, so we can see which one's which. Oh well. A hangnail. I always hate the hangnails there. I forgot to turn off autofocus too. Anyways, so we've got. I think we've got finally the automation thing figured out. I think we just weren't being patient enough. Hold on here. So Racing Go Simulator. They want $54 million for it. I mean, hold on. Since this is technically not mine, I don't have like an attachment to it kind of thing. So let's look at, this is also one of the reasons I kind of wanted to buy these, so I can actually just, come here like, hey, Racing Go Simulator in space. It's good. They want the IP for that. How much did it make? It made $152 million. And they have active users. I really don't have there's one in stock. I really don't have a need for it. I'm not going to probably make a sequel for it, so I'll accept the $54 million in cash. I will use that to build my own games. And that might help us start. That might be the way we start our new game studios. We start making kind of sequels to our games and some of their games. We'll see, though. I don't know how well it's going to work out, but we'll see. Everything's still going up pretty good, except for Office software, which, right now it's 2002. Let's see what we got here. It's an alpha right now, so we do have. I wish I could just rename it. That's something one thing I could change. I would. Let's see here. Review of Guard Dog 3 Unchained. So I guess they did a review. So Guard Dog 3 Unchained is a sequel to the highly regarded Guard Dog Unchained 2. Guard Dog Unchained 3, and I bet fans are excited to see what's in store. We've got the scoop. We already know the Cyberfire LLC, but their name is thrown around in security scene. It's thrown around the security scene. That's a weird sentence, but all right. Guard Dog Unchained 3 has been a positive surprise. It's a very complex piece of craftsmanship, and it feels very stable. There's so much to experience, and it's completely humbling to experience. And it feels. Though keep in mind that Cyberfire LLC has Guard Dog 2 Unchained on the market currently, which might affect sales. So essentially, it's saying we're competing against ourselves, which we've already ended support for the other one. Oh, we didn't really end support. We stopped printing the other one, so it's really we're updating it. So it's pretty nice when you can just compete against yourself, because that means I win. That's kind of the best part. Guys, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to run and use the restroom really quick. Just take 2 or 3 minutes. I'll leave some music on for you guys so that you can listen to that while I'm gone. I shouldn't be gone that long. That's the wrong button. That's the button I wanted to hit. So I will be right back, guys. And when we come back, we'll finish up our stream. Got about an hour left, so that'd be kind of fun. So I will see you guys then. Alrighty, everybody. I am back. Jump back into the game here. There we go. Got some good music going now. So right now we're kind of just managing everything. And it's, hold on, let's see here. Change the right click here. We can market this a little more. Let's go another, do one of those. Let's go ahead and also market it with a press build. We're literally trying to advertise this as much as we can. Right now, I mean, fair enough, it's not the best in the world, but we can also throw out some reviews as well, see what we can get. But I expect both of these to actually go down quite a bit. Time-wise, I think the team's a little bit better than they think it is, because I actually hired some really good people for all that. We're already up to a 7.1. Holy cow. Hardware and networking still doing, but like 2D and system, not bad. Audio's doing pretty good. I'm getting a little excited about Cyberbox. That's also the first hardware thing I've done. But I've also realized that I didn't bring the game back. There it goes. You didn't really miss much. I did some advertisement, and that's about it. So, yeah, I expect both Boombox and Omnidesk to get an earlier release date than that. So I don't, yeah, I expect that to go up pretty easily. We've got some more news here. Let's see what kind of news we got here. So, pre-release review of Cyberfire LLC is ready to show off Cyberbox yet again. The target demographic doesn't really know who Cyberfire LLC is. We haven't really heard about Cyberbox. It's actually looking okay, and it has all the new features. So they're starting to come around to this. And then you see large growth this month for Cyberfire. Cyberfire LLC has made a whopping $74 million this month, making them worth $377 million. Because I almost can guarantee you now, or if not, we're close again, that we are literally within $500,000. Nope, actually, we actually took back over by $500,000. Our top dog status, we didn't lose it for long. Maybe we're June through October, so 3 months we weren't the most profitable company, and now we are again. So we only made a measly $74 million last month. But I think a lot of that was from that deal we signed that gave us a bunch of stuff. Let's see what other stuff we are they're asking for. Don't really see anything that I would be interested in. No one wants to buy any more IPs from me. But hey, that's okay. Any more support that's kind of, I mean, they're starting to come down a little bit. I'm starting to see, like Cyberpunk 2020 got 1,204, but we already almost got 100, or we got over 150 fixed. Almost 600,000 current users. That's awesome. Now, the difference between like an MMO and I'm hoping at least between like Cyberpunk, like the RPG and the MMO, is that we have subscribers, and technically they have to pay every month to actually be on the service. That'd be kind of neat. So like if I charge $15 a month, so if I have 1 million people, that's $15 million that I'm making. I also think it'd be kind of interesting to do a playthrough of this game, just trying to do game development. That's all you do. I think it'd be interesting, but I think you need some mods for that, because I don't think kind of the base game is really targeted at doing just games. Maybe that's just me, but I think that we have a fun playthrough, or try to only do one piece of software, like one type of software. I think it'd be kind of interesting. Look at this. All this is starting to fill up. Actually, pretty well full. Not really quite full, but over here we got plenty of parking still. Yeah, I think we'll be fine over there. So nothing to be concerned about. So yeah, we have. It looks like they've already got the boxes of Cyberbox out. Anything special? Hosting. There actually is a hosting. We're going to accept that. Also helps with our reputation too, so that does help a little bit. How's our digital distribution going? Do we have? I mean, we still have 100% of the market share. Are we making any more money on that, or are we losing less money on that now? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fluctuated, but I mean, it's still we're still losing about $4 million on it. At least that's what I'm thinking here, is that this is the digital distribution. Because I don't see anywhere else, unless it's under royalties. Because we're only making $186,000 in royalties right now. But, well, let's kind of bump this up to 17% and see what happens. I mean, of course, I am the only digital distribution platform right now, so I'd say it doesn't really, it kind of makes sense. If they want to be digital, they have to go through me. Just pointing that out there. It's kind of, it's kind of nice. So hopefully we should see all of our green bars go skyrocketing back up once we're good there. There we go. I am kind of curious though. So we did have a bunch of shares in that one company. Omnidesk 96 too. We just started print job. Look at this, July 2001. There we go. So April. Oh, if we get like a May or a June release for Boombox, it'd be even better. We have all of them like come out month after month. I think we'd be okay with that. But what do we actually want to look at stocks, because that was an interesting idea. Cloud. So hold on, let's go over to these guys. There's some details. So we still own the most in there. It's only worth almost about 99 million. So it actually is going down a little bit. If I were to sell all these, it would probably send this company down quite a bit. I mean, right now, was it Cloud Trials? I mean, they're worth about $152 million. Let's do it. Let's just sell these off. Oh my god. They got split up between everything else. And they actually might be worth more now because I sold all those, but we'll see. So $152.5 million. That's what we're at. But we're at $409 million. You know, it's kind of nice. You know what? Because of that, what is like? All right, so stick below. Why is like? Let's go to details. Let's buy the 2 million shares. Let's just these smaller companies here. Let's start buying those up. Not like buying the company up totally, but like these smaller ones. And so like if they decide to go public, or not go public, but like if they start selling a lot of actually I want to buy all those back. I didn't realize that was actually me. There we go. Well, like those are getting a little too much. Like I don't think I can own, without paying a lot of money, own a big chunk of that company. So in that case, that is okay. But like, yeah, just trying to buy these little smaller studios that I can own like 21 or 25% of. And, eventually I think they can, I put a little bit of cash into them. Hopefully maybe they will actually do a little bit better. They might actually be doing okay now that we've thrown some money at them. How's our other stocks doing? Just kind of outside the company, how's our stocks doing? It's made $200,000. Not terrible. Let's go ahead and just withdraw that, though. But essentially, what we just bought from those companies, the smaller ones, we just made back in those stocks. So it's not like it's a huge deal. Let's also, while we're thinking about it, let's actually put some bonds out there. We'll put, I don't know, we'll put $30 million in a bond. So it'll be released in November 2005. So it is a 5-year bond. But in that case, once we get enough interest, it's kind of based, I think, on stock markets, things like that. But we'll always get our money back, if that makes sense. See if any deals, design, development. Oh, somebody wants Guard Dog. Oh, that's not the one I want you guys to buy. Let's go ahead and reject it, because anything I make, I'm not going to sell. But if I buy other companies and they want their IPs, by all means, take them. Give me $50 million for them, and I'll take them. So we made $23 million, made 74. We had some really good months, like in the past couple. I mean, fair enough, we sold a bunch of stocks and everything, but I want to check on that company and see us selling their stock, how they did. Yeah, they went down to $96 million. They lost, what, 62,000? No, sorry, 62. Hold on. It's actually more than that. Carry the one. What, 50? They were at 56, and now they're at 96. Or 156. So they lost, what, $60 million in worth just by me selling off all their stocks. I feel kind of bad. Not really, but, it happens. If you look now, yeah, pretty much all of them have been combined into 2 big companies, and yeah, there's a lot of buying and selling. It just kind of drove the price down. It happens. It's one of those things. Do we own any of this company? Let's take a look. Oh no, I don't. No, I do. I think this is the ones I've already got all those shares. I've got all those shares. And these two I'm pretty sure I knew, yeah. Yeah, they plummeted like a rock. And yeah, these guys are a little expensive, so I'm not really too concerned about that. However, it looks like Cyberpunk is actually probably going to be released probably sometime next year in 2001. Look at this. April, July, August. That is beautiful. So by this time next year, we'll have all new Snippet, all new Boombox, all new Omnidesk, and maybe even a new guard dog. Who knows? But look at this. Cyberpunk in the NUSA is actually... Ooh, look at that. Print jobs coming out now. Pretty nice. This is almost done with all 4 iterations. Research is about halfway done. I can't really tell because there's no percentages or anything like that. But, you know, pretty neat. So the NUSA might actually... Well, I guess I could put it on a console. I don't see why I couldn't. As well as Cyberbox or Cyberworks 2 and 3. So it'll probably go on to 3 as well. Because of the fact that we do need... let's find accept all and close. Yes. Let's also get this out. Yep. So we've announced Cyberfire LLC won't stop sending out press releases for Cyberbox. And it sounds great and looks great, so you know. Let's go ahead and market it. Let's go ahead and throw another press. No, I'm joking with you. I want to put a press build, see what they think about it. Let's also do a review. It's been a little bit since we did a review of this. It looks like we are doing okay, though. I like where this is going, is what I should say. Itching my nose there. Not ideal. Ooh, hold on. Snippet 3D. Not making any more money. Yikes. Let's go ahead. Well, let's go look and see. Because it's very well... It could be very well I'm thinking. And if that's true... where's Snippet 3D at? There it is. Details. Maybe not. I figured it would be out there for more people. But really, OptiBlinds is really the only one that's really hasn't. And we're only talking 500,000 users. I mean, we could maybe squeak out a little bit more of that. Let's go ahead and end the reviews there. See how it's going right now. We were at a solid 8.6. We're working hardware a little bit more. But we are at a solid 8.6, so that's actually this might be a pretty good product for our first hardware release. So that is good to see. How's our bonds doing? So we've already accrued almost $50,000. We've only put those in for a month. So imagine what happens. Yeah, because right now we can't release it. If say it's $2 right now per thing. So hold on. Hold on. I think it's actually supposed to say a fee to withdraw is $2. But like let's say I want to take out 15 million. Or 150 million. It doesn't say. I thought that would go up with that. That might be a little off. I don't know. I don't know if it's $2 per, $10,000 or whatever. I don't know. Usually it's something like that, at least in normal terms of bonds. Fly LLC has started to sell more shares. Let's go ahead and buy those. Might as well. Let's start increasing. Essentially what we're going to do, and I hate to say this, it's kind of a, one of those things. Hold on, timeout. This is like I'm doing a lot more marketing of these, so it's like Cyberfire LLC has put out a bill for Cyberbox. It's those guys again. That's usually not a good idea, a good thing to hear. But it's it's all the new features and things like that. So hosting, onto the hosting server. I actually have to look now because we have so many IPs that I don't know which ones people are wanting and stuff like that. So, you know, not ideal, but, you know. Yeah, Civic 3D I think we're going to end marketing for. Just because we really don't need it right this second. Looks like our support team's taking care of some stuff. But we actually are starting to get quite a few bugs worked out, so that is good. We might need to hire more programmers for that team. Let's go ahead and do that. Why not? Let's see, any deals. So it looks like there might be up here. Design, development, marketing, support. Not really much fun there. You know what would happen if we just start rejecting all these? Like if I was like, hey, no to all those. So I don't know if this will do anything for us, but it might get us some more deals somewhere else. And we really can actually see then which ones we actually like, new ones that come in. So that's nice. That might work out okay. What I wanted to look up though is teams for support. HR management. Let's actually hire 50 programmers. Because why not? Because if I'm not mistaken, the office that support has, this one here, that's design, that's marketing, this is support. So this is actually support. Well, it's actually design one. This is support one. Here it is. So this has 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 40 people they can have there. And then up here, they can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6. They have 80 people in just this office. And what was it? 6? Or how much was this one down here? 5 by 1, 2, 3, 40 there. So they can have, what, 100 people? No. I did that math wrong. 120 people they can have on that team. So yeah, I think we're okay with hiring a few more people for that team. It is now the largest team we have, though, so that's pretty interesting. It's in the old building too, which is, you know, I was kind of surprised. I figured the newer building over here would actually pretty much keep our big teams in them, but apparently not. We've got this boring building over here that is our main building for all of our people. I do want to point out Cyberpunk just made $10 million last month. Oh no! Our patent on 1990s hardware has expired. But because of that, they had to pay royalties up to this point, so I'm not like it's a huge deal, but you know. Developing, marketing, and support. Nope, I am okay with none of those. That's okay. We hopefully get some better deals in here soon. I'm also kind of curious to see if we can get more of these bugs fixed. I'm hoping at least we can get more of these bugs fixed. And we'll see. I don't know how well that'll go, but you know. I might even end support for Snippet 3 because we're about to release Snippet 4 in April. And we might just wait till then. And then Boombox will be next. Omnidesk will be next. And then Boombox 2 will be the last one. We get rid of these. Cyberworks, we're still... Yeah, we're that's okay. It happens. Cyberworks, we're still... Yeah, we really do need to release a new one of those. Guard Dog Unchained, this one. Let's go ahead and cancel support. Because you got to remember, we actually have another one. We have 2 more technically out there. Let's go over here. That's what I mean, but we have more out there. If you look, because you got to remember, the ones that we're doing that are automated, we actually don't see on our list over there. Fly LLC has started selling more shares, so let's go ahead and buy those then. If you look here, though, at release dates, that's what I need. Guard Dog 3 Unchained, if you look here, franchise. Oh, I guess it's, yeah, all of them. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they could do that. That's pretty neat. There's a way we could do this to show. Look at it. Actually, we're actually getting quite a few digital ones too. But there was a way we could actually. Oh, we actually just activate support for stuff like that. All right, cool. Let's look at active users. But there's a way you can do that. It says, hey, hold on, that might be under here. Yeah, here it is. So we're, support's still working on this. So I can just go ahead and take it over if I wanted to. It's not like it's a huge deal. Look at that, September 2001. So we got about a year after the last release, we're releasing a new one. Seems like it's about that. That seems like it's good. Cyberpunk 2020, we're still doing ad for. Cyberworks 2, we're still doing that for. Guard Dog 3, I know we're doing support for still. Stupid 3D, we are. Guard Dog, that's the one we changed. So it seems like we've kind of lost a few, which is not horrible. We made hold on, time out. Cyberworks 2, we made $465 million on. That is ludicrous. Never mind, we made $70 million on this one. We made what? Oh, I think that's not our profits. But look at this. Let's look at details. So technically, we have a consumer range of 138 million people. We have about a million on, well, a little less than a million. How many have we actually sold? Let's say. Units. We're actually getting a lot of digital units too, which is actually kind of cool. We've sold 3.5 million units, so it's not like we've, we're not even close to 130 million. It could be, but it looks like research is yes. And it's right to the law team, so that they'll go take care of that. I'm really thinking about expanding the law team so that I think they're on this. Yeah, they're on this floor. I think I might take out this little area here and expand our law team. Let's go ahead and do that. Not that I don't like the great outdoors, but we really do need the extra space. To actually have our to expand our law team, kind of the issue. Give me this error again. I know that one of the bugs they actually had is actually having this issue where it says we can't build rooms within rooms, but I know I'm not, and that's kind of the issue, and that's what kind of bugs me. Now, if I delete this room, I can then probably do something like this, and then merge these three rooms together. There we go. Now we're back to the bland and boring, but we can fix that. Interior, we'll do something like this. Floor, we'll do a nice that. Let's do some paint in here. Interior lawn, we'll do a nice brown, like a tan, maybe something like that. Maybe a nice little more orange than brown, or more yeah, something like that. I kind of like that. Kind of bland and boring, kind of like how most law offices are. And we'll do like a nice like bluish. I like that. All right, so now we got to redo this door here. There we go. Let's also move this desk and plant. Move them to there. We'll duplicate this and put it there. So that now I can actually go through here. No, that's actually wrong. I need to rotate. Well, I can leave the plant there, but I need to move this along this way. Nope. I've been meaning to duplicate this and not actually do what I was just doing. Do that, and then let's duplicate this so I didn't duplicate the desk. I am just falling apart now. There we go. That's better. Let's just select the furniture, please. Oh, that's not really what I want. Alright, let's go back here, because it looks like they're about to leave for the day anyways. So nuke all that, and I want to duplicate this furniture here. Duplicate this. There we go. I think that'll work out pretty well. That actually won't work out well at all, because none of those people can actually reach their offices. Let's try that again. Let's see. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate this, please. There we go. That's better. And we can probably put even 3 of them against that wall there. Maybe not. That might be a bit of a tight squeeze. Yeah, I won't worry about that. While I want to put as many employees back here as I can, I'm not that big of a dick. So let's see here. Now I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 20 people. We have 20 lawyers now. We can really lawyer up pretty hard. So let's do that. Let's hire. They are going to go service, law, high skill, overall personality, begin looking. Did something wrong there because none of those guys would be what I need. High salary, that's what I think I forgot there. Service and law. Spend some money. Begin looking. Let's make sure I switch this to the law team. Perfect. Hire. Hire. Don't think these guys, I don't think these would have. So we have 11 people now. Let's go ahead and look again. Yes. Hire that person. Let's look again. Hire. Look again. Hire, we got 18. 19 and 20. I hired like half the city's lawyers, essentially was what happened. But, that's okay. It's what you got to do sometimes. Make sure when I say lawyer up, I've got 20 lawyers now. Let's also get rid of these windows here, and we'll add some actual windows to these guys because they actually have an exterior wall now. Actually, you know what? I need to delete those. There. I forgot we actually have windows on the bottom section of this place now. There we go. Don't know why we don't have any down here, though. Now I remember why. There's something on the walls. Lighting. We actually need to fix the lighting here. Let's do that really quick. Because the original office was lit up just fine. But there we go. That should take care of that. So pretty much we've doubled our law team, which is nice. Let's go ahead and buy those investment shares. Go. Let's see how our new law team looks once they all come into work. Look at all them lawing their way to the top. Look at that patent film, though. That's awesome. Okay, this one's actually ready to develop. Let's put this on hold. So let's go ahead and start having them develop another piece of software. I wanted to look at creating. So that was the game. New operating system. That's what it was. For computers. Might do a phone one. Call it like Cyber Mobile or something like that. So it's going to be based on CyberWorks 2. We don't have any more tech levels, anything like that, but we do have a boost in 3D rendering. Publisher done, design team, dev team 1. We want to do everything, of course. Let's actually activate all this too. There we go. So actually, we might not have had a networking in the last one. I could be wrong about that, but it might have been 3D rendering, and now CyberWorks 3 is going to become CyberWorks 2. Let's do 3 because I can. SCM server is actually going to be on the store server. Take us about 4 years. Let's see here. It's going to cost about $200. That seems about right. Do we have an existing framework for this? We don't. Let's go ahead and create a new framework then. This is going to be OS framework. Approximately 5 years. Seems about what we need. Simplicity, not really high on that one because we're trying something new here. No publisher, but we need everything there. So let's go ahead and develop it. Yes, it's very complex. I'm well aware. Say that about everything I do. So now we gotta look at this. So we're up to 82%. Let's get a review going. Let's see how that goes. Let's also get a press build out there because why not? See if the press are getting tired of us. We haven't put one out in a while, you know, just saying. Let's look at this. Hold on. So it's April, July, August, September. If this got pushed back to May, it'd be amazing. May or June. It'd be June, July, yeah. It'd be pretty funny. Almost lost the cap to my water. Let's see. We got 105 reviews already going here. Something like that. So we kind of keep the products were kind of queued up over there. I think that works out pretty good. Right now it is a solid 8.9. Still working on the hardware side. But everything else seems to be working out pretty well. That might be what we're having issues. We're having issues with the hardware programming. Cool. Burglars got stopped pretty quick there. I'm thinking that we might. Well, we can't really do that, can we? Yep. We're releasing Office software in like what? 4 months. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It might be the new big hit and has all the new features. So, you know, I think they're starting more. They said they don't know if they can be salvaged. And now they're saying it could very be the #1 selling console ever. Just going to point that out there, you know. But yeah, I think what we do is we do Cyberpunk, the NUSA, it's the MMO. And then we do CyberWorks 3. And then we actually do CyberWorks Mobile. I think that would be kind of fun. So that's kind of the next couple of design works there. Can we actually do anything like what kind of like what do we need for a operating system for the phone? Oh, we also have to do manufacturing hardware there. That might be kind of interesting to try because we need controllers, we need screens. We don't have any screens, so that's pretty neat. I think that'd be kind of fun to actually try out. So that must be kind of new to this one. But pretty much plug and play multitasking, audio. Get fingerprint scanner. Nice. Is there any like face recognition software? You notice there actually is no bronze, or there's no bronze for most of this hardware and interface, and that's it. But essentially, we want to do all this because we can. Like 1990 level mobile technology, which is kind of odd. We might actually want to work on that. Maybe see if we can maybe get a jump start on some more smartphone-ish things. I don't know, it might be kind of fun, you know? Let's look at companies, too. I was kind of curious how everything was going to go. So, Cloud Trials is actually kind of rebounded now. They're at 154 million. So, they're about back to about where they were when I sold them off. Let's see, details. I don't need any of that, so let's buy that. And how about details on this guy? I already own that one. 65% here. This is the one that's the one I sold off, so nothing really crazy there. Any details? Nope, still in 25% there, 21% here. I think this is the one I own 7%, 6%. So I could sell a lot of this off if I really wanted to, just to have that cash back. But I kind of like keeping it in there, let the companies grow, and then we'll have their all of a sudden just yank it out from underneath them. It's kind of fun. Seems kind of mean, but you know, it's kind of fun. But I really wanted to see Cyberbox go out today. I don't know if it will or not. But you know, that's kind of how it is sometimes. Still getting that yawn. I don't know why. Like, I don't feel tired. Maybe a little hungry, but I'm not really tired. Fly LC started to sell more copies. I'll go and buy the $1 million. So right now we actually own 11% of that company now. So, you know, might be the next company we take over eventually. Oh wow, it's actually not just hardware they're having issues with. What? Alright, that sucks. Alright, hold on. Who got the patent before I did? It doesn't say. Alright, that's a bit weird. I bet you since they did the research on it, we can't. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Design team. Started doing 2001. We're going to try to research it and patent it. Because it sounds like what happened is we were patenting the technology, and then the other people actually figured it out, and so we couldn't put a patent on it. It makes some sense. Can we sue them? Is that a thing we can do? I mean, technically we haven't got the copyright to it, but fair. Any other deals that? Oh, hold on. Somebody offered us $74 million for Cyberpunk 2020. I'm like, nope. We were developing a new game for that. No, sir. I am good for that. Hold on. Did we ever actually port Cyberpunk 2020 to any other operating system? I don't think we did. Well, we did a little bit, but let's do that just to see if we can make a little bit more cash out of that. Oh, you're all wrong. We already made $8 million this month alone on it, so it's not like we're hurting for money, but you know. Actually, Snippet should released in April. Should be right. I mean, here soon. The next Snippet should be released, so the 2D editor guys will be happy about that. So Snippet 4, hopefully we got a good one there. Don't know about it, but we'll see. Kind of fingers crossed kind of thing. I don't know. Guard Dog I'm okay with because it seems like they pretty much knock it out of the park every time. Both the two new ones that I've let them do, it's always been great. So that one I'm not too concerned about. But yeah, Snippet, don't know yet. This is also kind of nerve-wracking. It's like, cool. Like July and August, we'll see how these go now. Let's see here. Everything's still making money. Cyberworks is really kind of slowed down. I think it's more just because it's kind of starting to reach its end of life kind of thing. So that's why Cyberworks 3 is in the works, so that we can continue to make money, or we'll make a lot of money off that. I got a feeling because we've implemented everything under that one. So I am okay with that. Also boost this up to a higher priority than the porting, but there we go. Snippet 4 has been released. Outstanding quality. Perfect. It's cost me $637 to license it, I guess. We got 150,000 in stock. Let's start printing these. Let's do a print up to 150,000 copies. Cyberpunk 2020. Oh, we don't have a goal for that one because I just started printing copies. Let's do a maximum of 150,000 because that's probably a good idea. Snippet 3, let's reduce to 150,000. There we go. And Snippet 3 can be canceled along with its support. We'll just Snippet 4 is going to take over for that. See if we made any money this month. We made some money. Let's see how Snippet did. So, review of Snippet 4. Cyberfire LLC is ready with Snippet 4, and they are already well known in the industry, and we've got the scoop. Snippet 4 is the sequel to the highly regarded Snippet 3, and is living up to the expectation. That's always a good thing to hear. We already know that Cyberfire LLC, but nobody knows them in the graphics. Really? Snippet 4 has been a positive surprise. It is a very complex piece of craftsmanship, and it feels very stable. It is packed full of art and is completely humbling to witness. It will be interesting to see whether it compared to PowerPoint Studio by Fly LLC. So I think they like it at least. Let's take a look here at release dates. So this is actually the first snippet in a while. Details. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see. Right now, it's made for about $4 million. So it still needs to make some money to actually make a profit, but I'm not too concerned with that. So yeah, Snippet I think is in good hands. I think it's the right dev schedule for that. I think that's going to make us plenty of money, and we won't have to worry about that anymore. So now we just have to worry about two more. We got Boombox 3 and Omnidesk 96.3 or 2, whatever you want to call it. I really kind of wish you could iterate so it would say like Omnidesk this year or Omnidesk this, I think we kind of need. So whatever year they release it, I think it'd be kind of nice. Oh, there it goes again. But hey, that seems like it's going good. Let's get one more review for this. See if maybe we can, if we need to iterate, or not iterate, but see if we need to code anymore. Because really, if it's like a 9 or higher, I think I'd be okay to send it into beta. And even let it run a little while in beta. Let's see where we're at. All right, now we are at a 8.2. Ooh. Audio and hardware still giving us issues. Alright, well that's okay. We can kind of not worry about that. I mean, we can let it run for a little bit longer. Maybe get to like a 95% code. Be okay with that. Alright. 2 more people have signed to the distribution deals. Amazing. Now, I mean, we made $19 million last month. Off of what? Off of sales. So I guess Snippet 4 really has done well for us. I would think so. It says it only made $4 million. I mean, it's made $4 million per every month, kind of over and over, so it's not too bad. What sold a lot of copies is my question. I have nothing down there, so it's pretty much. I mean, that one made $1 million. I guess kind of just combined, we made a good chunk of money, I guess. Anyone new out here wanting to sell shares at all? Not really. We're still number 1, though, by a fair margin. Just over $110 million, give or take. So I'm okay with that. Let's see here. Researching, we're still doing porting, still happening. Because Cyberpunk's still making money, though, so that's the good thing. But what will happen is, once Cyberbox gets to 95% code, I'm willing to go ahead and ask for another review to see if maybe they can help out with that. I was going to have the Snippet team come over and help with this to see if maybe we can help boost that, but they're not really hardware guys. And that's something we might need to look into, is getting some more hardware people. Just so that, it's a little bit faster. I think that's one thing that's holding us up a little bit. Got some more deals we can reject. People don't like me for some reason. Don't know why. And that lightning is a little bright. I'm just pointing that out there. Alrighty. I think we got everything pretty well taken care of. This meeting room, though, is a bit abysmal. Honestly, what I could do is take a little bit of rearranging. But it might be something we do next time. Instead of having this hallway here, What would happen if we just build a hallway here? We delete both these meeting rooms. It's, you know, it's a lot. But then we have a hallway that comes down here, and then we can even, you know, kink this out a little bit more so that our loft is a little more square. And then we have all this room here to make a nice big meeting area. I think that would work out better for all of us. So essentially, hold on. Let me do this. Let's go to built away. I think we can maybe knock it out real quick. It actually wouldn't be too difficult. Let's do this. And then, yeah, none of these rooms can be accessible anymore. Is there a way we can just clear this room? There we go. Something like this. So now we've got both rooms cleared out now. The other thing is trying to actually get... I wonder if we can move these, because like this heater here, don't think we'll need that one, nor do I think we need these two there. So, that being said, let's do this. Let's make the hallway. Oh. I actually just wanted to do this. There, so now we can actually bring this down to there. Merge these two rooms and those two rooms together. Then we take that, like that. Now we can merge these two rooms together. So that creates our hallway now. Now we can, I think it'd probably be the easiest way to do this is actually I want to do that. I just want to bring this across like that. Now we can merge these two together and merge these together, and there's our meeting room. It's a lot larger, and I like that. And I think that's going to work out better for us. We can even, you know what, we can even do this. Let's merge these two rooms together. So we have a nice, like, there's going to be a couple ways to get into this meeting room. It's kind of the idea. It's probably smarter that way too. So there we go. And we needed a larger meeting space anyways, because of the fact that we had so many, let's see if this will work. But we had so many, like these huge teams, they would never be able to fit into these smaller ones. So let's go ahead and see if we can do something like this. Kind of like what we did in the other building. I think that will, see if we can manage that. So that's 8 across. That's 40, 48. Duplicate this, please. There we go. And then we can put one more row up front here. I don't think that's going to be too big of a hassle. Something like that. And then we'll put one up here because, you know, it'll look kind of nice because the leader and everything. So we are going to change this. Limit room uses to meetings. We do have this room here. I guess we could. I mean, really what we should do is do this. Kind of make that all open up now. I think that looks a lot nicer. But I also think we need to, let's see here. And let's merge these two rooms together. And instead of, we could probably add more tables in. I actually want to move this over one, just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. Kind of, you know, keep the room look like it's got a nice aisle in the middle. I think something like that looks kind of nice. And then we can kind of paint the walls interior. Let's make it like an off. Maybe add a little bit of red. Maybe not a little red. Maybe a little, maybe green. Like a pastel green there. I kind of like that. And there we go. So there is our meeting areas. So now we have We can have large meetings with or with our teams. Or you can already see some people are already starting to use that now. So I think that works pretty well. I think that's a good idea. It's also a little bit better use of space up here. And then now a law doesn't have to walk up here all the way around and in here. They actually have a little bit quicker path to get to work. I think that's going to help everybody out. So, go ahead and skip forward time. And it gives us a nice large meeting area over here too, which we kind of needed. Just so that we can have larger team meetings and not have to worry about it as much. So, fair enough. We do need to get some more cleaners though, because good lord, look at all this. That is a bit ludicrous. We can even put another meeting room up here if we wanted to. And what we do, put the leader here and then have aisles here and here. And then we can even do, we can even combine these two rooms, put a door here, and that'd be a nice another meeting area. That's more of a next stream. Well, maybe not. I might do it this stream. Usually we wrap up about quarter till. It's about that time right now. So I think, guys, what I'm gonna do, I want to go ahead and save the game here. I think that we've got a lot done. We got quite a few different pieces of software released. We've got a lot of the automation stuff working, things like that. We merged with another big company. I think we did pretty good. So I'm gonna switch on over to the main camera here, guys. Well, guys, thank you for another great stream. I really did enjoy this. If you guys enjoyed this as well, best way you can help support me is just leaving a follow here on Twitch. It looks like we are already up to 51 people. I know the counter's a little off, but I know why. I got to fix that here in just a little bit. But yeah, we're up to 51 followers already. We're trying to get to our goal of 75, and I think we can get there pretty easily. Now, I know a lot of people have actually been watching this on YouTube, and thank you as well. Now, I do stream, if you guys are new here, or if you're watching this on YouTube, I do stream 2 times a week, every Wednesday and Friday, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's really kind of fun, hang out, chat if you want to. If not, you just want to watch or to have this on in the background, I understand that too. I like doing that myself as well. And hey, it's a great little experience to have. So if you guys want to join that, great. If not, it's always available on YouTube as well. All my previous streams have been on there. And so if you are curious about more content from me, or if you want to see how Cyberfryer LLC or any other company of mine and games like this developed, you can always check on there. Pretty neat. So I think that's pretty great. Now, with Software Inc., I don't know how many more streams, maybe about 2 more. It might be kind of February's game, and then March we'll start a new game series. I already have an idea in mind I want to do. I'm still working out some details on that one, but I'm trying to do one in February, one in March, and then April, like when April comes around, because technically Evil Genius 2 is supposed to be out by then. It comes out March 31st. So yeah, it's probably more April's game, but I still want to play it a lot. So yeah, I'll be happy. That's kind of the idea for right now. So if you guys are interested in that, please stick around. We'll see how we can go from there. But I think for today, guys, that is going to be it from me. Thank you guys for joining me once again. I will see you guys next Wednesday for some more Software Inc. Guys, have a great weekend and have a great start to your week. I'll see you guys midweek next week for some more Software Inc. But for right now, take care. Have a great rest of your day.